Hey everyone, Mark Marshall from the ProAudiofiles.com and GuitaristMarkMarshall.com. Today I'm going to talk about getting some overdriven bass tones using Softubes Bass Amp Sim and a real amplifier that has a bass overdrive pedal in line. Now, I really like overdriven bass sounds, and particularly some of those tones that were on the Beatles White Album and the Goodbye Cream record from Jack Bruce playing bass. I really like these sounds, and I find that with the right amount of overdrive, it warms up the mix, and sometimes you don't even hear how overdriven it is. It just adds a sustain and girth to the track. Now this could be a little tricky because if you have just too much fuzz on one signal, then it kind of can sound a little like you lose attack on it. So what I did, and you're going to hear in these examples, is I set up a bass cab, and it's a tweed Fender bass cab with a 15 in it, and in line with that was a Creation Audio Grizzly Bass overdrive pedal. Before I went to that overdrive pedal, I split out DI, and that was going straight into the M box. That was going to go on a track with the Softube Bass Amp Room loaded on it. Now, I wanted the signal to be clean going to the bass amp room because I could add various amounts of dirt or cleanliness from there. Now, the signal that was going to the bass amp, I wanted to fuzz out a little bit. I should say overdrive, actually, because it's not really a fuzz. So this Grizzly Bass pedal, it has a way of getting a lot of like overdrive out of the bass into an amp, but like it retains a lot of like really deep low ends. So it's really awesome because a lot of overdrive pedals, they seem to cut out a lot of your lows and thin your signal, but this thing can be huge. Now, I mic'd that cabinet with a ribbon mic. I was using a Cascade Fathead 2 with the Lundell transformer. I was pushing it back a few feet. For me, to get the sound, I wanted the amp to kind of be that distant room sound, kind of like what they did with McCartney, where they would place his bass cabinet in the middle of a room and place the microphone back several feet just to pick up a lot of the room sound. I really like that, and I knew that I'm going to be blending this with the DI signal, which is going to be a lot closer. I experimented a little bit with where I was placing the mic. Often it was up and pointing down at the amp a few feet back. When it's in front of the speaker, sometimes it get a lot of attack and it's really bright. I wanted to experiment with some different sounds of not necessarily getting the attack because that's coming from the DI track. So for this Beatle type track, I had it maybe back like 3 feet and up above pointing down. Let's take a listen to it, and then I'm going to rip it apart and show you some different options with it. This is the DI and the bass mic. Okay, let's talk about what's going on here. So this first track I'm going to solo on its own, and this is what the amp sound is. You could hear a bit of the room in there. Notice how much low end is on that though. Okay, this is what's happening in the Softube Bass Amp Room. I have it split between the DI and the amplifier because the DI also sounds really nice on this thing. Much of a closer, tight sound. Put them together. I like this because it sounds more three-dimensional as opposed to just splitting up a straight DI signal to two different channels and affecting them differently, which would be this example here. Now these are two different bass amp rooms. The second one, you can notice here, I tried to move the mic back as far as I could get it. Let's listen to these two together. DI signal. This is the second amp sim. Trying to imitate that sound of the real amp together. With the real amp. We're going to be going for more of a Jack Bruce, heavily overdriven bass sound with this one. Similar concept. I believe I moved the mic a little bit differently on this one, which is a good tip. I mean, as you're getting these sounds, you should try moving the bass mic around and close and further away, just until you get the right balance. Let's listen to that with just the amp feed. Let's listen to the DI feed on that.